Hey guys, 15 here back with another videos time, and we are finally here with our review for Night 1 of Wrestlemania Saturday, or as they also call it, but you kind of get the point there. It's Night 1 of Wrestlemania 41, but yeah, like I said, as far as this nights go, this was actually a pretty good start of the weekend, and pretty good Night 1 of Wrestlemania. It was a pretty good start of the weekend, even though I think TakeOver standalone actually was a good one because the match of that card, especially the main event, was the kind of like just was a great start. Just gave a great start for the weekend and everything. But yeah, sorry, I'm listening to thunder and everything. But yeah, this was a great start of the weekend. There was no was lackluster moments. Maybe like one waste, but and a few things here and there. Maybe a few things here and there. But honestly, I think maybe one or two. But honestly, as far as everything, this whole night was actually pretty good, especially the ending. But we'll get into that later. But yeah, we're gonna go through all the matches, what I thought about it, and everything like that. And let's just step right into this. So the first match on the card that opened out the show was the World Championship match with Jey Uso going against Gunther and for the title and everything. And yeah, they started out pretty good. Jey had like a DJ, and he started his entrance and everything, flag bearers and cheerleaders and everything going in the crowd and everything. And for his entrance was the bomb, and his attire had the blue and gold, and he was honestly, his attire was great. And he just came down from in the crowd. He wasn't doing any yeeting. He was locked in. He was basically the same Jey Uso that was the right hand man. Gunther just had his regular entrance. Nothing really too much to it. It really wasn't too much, but going to the match itself, it was just insane. It was fun. Again, it was a back and forth match. We had the chops from Gunther. We had spears. There was Uso splashes, and we even had the powerbomb, which Jey kicked out of that. Even Gunther splash, even kicked out of that, and even it even got out of the not Boston Crab, the rear naked choke that he does. But yeah, there was just so many things that happened. Jey even reversed powerbomb into Hurricane Run, and he was able to do a spear. What he was doing, but Jey even basically just went back with Gunther, using his own moves against him. This powerbomb, a bunch of splashes, like 3 consecutive Uso splashes, and one even to the back. And then finally, he just finished it off. He finished it off with his own rear naked choke. And Gunther tapped out, and your new World Champion, if I can get his belt off here, is main event Jey Uso. Again, I just really like this match. It was a very good start to the show. I don't really care what people say. This was a great start to the show, and yeah, I am very excited where he's gonna go with main event Jey Uso as the World Champion. And like I said, it was a very good start of the show. It was a way to open the show, and very good way to just start red hot, like I said. But yeah, we're done with that now. The first match, now let's move on to the second one. So the next match last on the card, which is weird because I actually predicted this right, that this would be the next match after the first match but we have the World Tag Team Championship match with the War Raiders against the New Day, or the New Day, or the Blue Day, as everyone else is calling it. But New Day and no else last, but this match was kind of okay for the most part. And when it first started, it was literally just the War Raiders being mostly in charge. We just had like Raymond Rowe just doing like a power slam once, doing like a scoop slam, and on the hand, someone just kind kind of like a weird tag team move they like doing is just using themselves as weapons. And they did it off the apron and landed on both the New Day, and then got crossed by seeing a crossbody from Hanson onto the New Day. I'm calling them their old names, not the new names, because I can figure out who's named Ivar and Eric. But you kind of get the point there. Hanson obviously showing that he's like very agile and everything. And with his cartwheel, his doomsday moonsault, just all that stuff going there. But even despite that, at the New Day get the win with the kind of tripping up on the middle ropes and then doing the kind of foot stop backbreaker combination, which I'm forgetting what's called. I think it's Burning Daylight or Out of No Daylight or anything like that. I don't know. No, but they get the 1, 2, 3 while also Kofi holding down one of his legs to keep him from kicking out. And the winner earns a new World Tag Team Champions is the New Day, and I actually really like the look of how these two will look with the tag titles. So yeah, I'm also kind of glad I have someone to put the tag titles on now because I didn't have the Warriors. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for that. So yeah, I'm still gonna get their new figures, so I have the double joint elbows and all this stuff, new things, but I still need to pick up like all the New Day figures with these gears and everything. So I gotta have it in my collection. But yeah, I'm okay with it. I don't know how long it's gonna last. Now they're 12-time tag champions. But the Warriors are probably going to rematch, but who knows if they're going to win or not. But that's pretty much it for this match. Again, it was okay for the most part. It wasn't great, but yeah, now let's just move on anyway. I feel like I talked too long with this match. So next match, we do have the grudge match between Jade Cargill and Naomi. Again, and as far as this match goes, I actually still pretty like. I like this match. Again, it was pretty like as usual. Going at it right out of the gates and everything. The crowd was still a little bit on the dead side. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's just just waiting or something. I don't know. No, but as far as the entrance go, Naomi's wasn't much. Just had the caution tape because of the thing she's doing. Even he had caution tape all over her attire and everything. But Jade had like the weather report and kind of weather channel like thing, and again, and just because the whole storm is coming, and that's kind of what she did. And she had like this gold all attire with the wine balls, kind of giving me Storm vibes a little bit, but kind of like wine gold. It was kind of giving me like Storm from Marvel Comics, like I said, X-Men. But as far as this match goes, as expected, we got an X-Factor from Naomi onto Jade from outside the ring. And while she was hanging over the apron and everything, Jade actually caught Naomi out of the air and did a jackhammer. She literally caught her out of the air and did a jackhammer. And then she put her in an electric chair position later on. And when I thought she was just going to do Jade, she actually just threw her in the air and just did a power bomb and everything, pop a power bomb and everything like that. They did a Jade 1, 2, 3. Jade wins her first singles match at WrestleMania. Still 2-0 WrestleMania. And everything like that. And I don't know if this is the end of this rivalry, but yeah, we're just done with this. Now let's move on to the next match. So next up, we got the United States Championship match with LA Knight defending his championship against Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu's first championship match and first WrestleMania match and his WrestleMania debut and everything like that. But entrances, as far as entrances wise, LA Knight was just driving it in a fancy car, which again I can't really tell. I can't remember what the name of the car was. I'm not a car guy. I will say that. I don't remember every single car thing. Jacob Fatu has just normal entrance, but he had just like he had like a gunmetal gray color attire with black on there, and then also he had a werewolf mask on it because he's a Samoan werewolf. LA Knight just has like black and yellow gear. There wasn't really too much really new, but as far as this match goes, this match is slapped. Again, the crowd was a little bit better. I will say that. But again, I will say that for one thing. But these two definitely delivered. There was like a bunch of moments, like at the Avalanche German suplex that Ellen I did to Jacob Fatu just spraying up there, and also him catching him out of the air with reversing the moonsault into a BFT. That was nuts. much, but Jacob Fatu got the win with a avalanche Samoan drop and then 2 mighty moonsaults landing on the ribs of LA Knight since those were damaged the night before. And 1, 2, 3, your new United States champion is Jacob Fatu. I almost said LA Knight for some apparent reason, but Jacob Fatu is the new United States champion. I hate LA Knight's reign to end, but I'm kind of okay with Jacob Fatu getting the win and getting his first championship in WWE and getting his first Wrestlemania win. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that. I don't have a figure right now. I'm gonna pre-order his upcoming figure, but I'm still thinking of getting a custom or an MLW figure eventually. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Now let's move on. We do have Rey Fenix against El Grande Americano, and this is one of the matches. The reason why my predictions kind of uploaded later on last night, and that's mostly because of just redoing this match because I found out Rey Fenix was placed in Mysterio because he was injured. But as far as entrances go, Rey Fenix was just kind of as normal as entrance in some cases. El Grande Americano had like the mariachi band, kind of like the old style film thing, just to go with that old kind of luchador vibe. But you kind of get the point there. But this match was actually pretty good. Before the match even started, El Grande Americano went after Vikingo, and he shoved him, and Vikingo actually did like an enziguri from when he like an enziguri while he was out ringside and everything. But yeah, that's kind of how it started out. And this match was pretty good. Rey Fenix was just beautiful in the ring as usual, and El Grande Americano / Chad Gable, since we know it's Chad Gable, he actually pulled off this whole luchador thing and pretty well. Again, he did like a double like a moonsault into a 360 senton. It's kind of like a fusion between the double rotation moonsault and 360 senton. It's just he really pulls this off, even though even though we know it's Chad Gable, we know he pulls off pretty well. But El Grande Americano gets the win with that loaded mask first when Rey Fenix tried to do the tightrope kick, and he ends up hitting the mountain plate, messing up his ankle. And then Rey Fenix tries to go to the cutter, and he gets a headbutt with that loaded mask, and then in the diving headbutt, 1, 2, 3, he wins. Vikingo comes in the ring to help out Rey Fenix and everything. Again, we're probably going to see more with this stuff. So yeah, to continue with the storyline, it's probably going to go on until like Worlds collide with AAA, NXT, WWE. Again, maybe that'll be where he's finally unmasked and everything. Maybe Rey Mysterio will finish the storyline. Maybe Vikingo finish the storyline. We don't exactly know, but again, I would like the match, but I didn't like the Rey Fenix's first loss in WWE. It is at WrestleMania and against El Grande Americano. But yeah, that's my one iffy thing about this whole thing. But yeah, let's stop talking. I feel like I went on long enough as it is with this match. Now let's move on. So, and now getting into one of the last 2 matches of the night. We are wanted to go over the WWE Women's Championship match with Timmy Stratton defending against Charlotte Flair. Again, Charlotte Flair winning the 2025 Women's Royal Rumble, and picking Timmy Stratton. Charlotte's entrance kind of like usual, what we expected. It's just coming in with like a fancy car and everything. It's not really a limousine, but it's like kind of like it, but not really. Tammy kind of doing the entrance we all thought she was do eventually, and it was just a Barbie entrance, and kind of entering out like a Barbie package and everything, a giant one. Attires, I can't really say too much about it. And Tiffany kind of like a pink and silver gear, or like white gear or something, similar to this one a little bit. And Charlotte was wearing like a pink and light blue gear. And this is kind of like the one thing, they were wearing similar gears, and they're both blonde, and you kind of, if you're like far away if you're like sitting there and sitting like at the barracks, like the stands and everything, you'll get lost of who's who. And so that's one of the things I just want to mention. My dad mentioned this, heck, I even mentioned this. But yeah, as far as this match goes, as expected, just going back and forth, Timmy going after Charlotte's knee, the one that got injured, kept her out like a long time. Even Charlotte went after Tiffany's name just for tit for tat, and then but she wasn't able to walk in that figure eight because of that injury. Now that damage to the knee. But Tiffany does get the win with the prettiest moonsault ever, and this is actually what I was hoping for. Tiffany just retaining. I didn't want Charlotte to win, so yeah, I'm glad this happened. This match was pretty good. Okay, it was good. That's all I'm gonna say. Now let's move on to the main event. So now finally getting to the main event, and we have the triple threat match at the main event. We have CM Punk versus Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns again. This is just combustible all. This is just has combustible wrestling all over it. As far as entrances go, Roman's kind of like the same. I'm just gonna get out of the way, and he did have like the LED, like the Trons that was hanging up in the sky coming down, just showing all his family members and everything. Seth kind of stole a little bit with the whole burn with the flamethrower and burned down, like starting, like the entrance way, like Tron's looking normal, just in black and white, and then his Tron's coming up, and it was just kind of like black and white or like silver in some cases. But Seth was wearing like a cool, just white and I think gold gear. Maybe it was been like somewhat like bronze or something to look like the fire and everything. But CM Punk just wearing the coming out with his intro with first just its fire burns, starting with like the piano or like an acoustic version of it, and then just having the actual theme in the intro. But then we have Living Color playing his theme song live, and Punk just in like the gray hoodie and his pipe bomb gear, just at least a remix version of it. But these three left it all on the ring. We had curve stomps, we had GTSs, we had spears, we had pedigrees, we had Seth reversing the spear and the pedigree again, even going into the stomp. We even almost a shield powerbomb, but obviously Owen said F that. He just powerbombed both. He'll do it himself. He'll powerbomb both CM Punk and Seth Rollins through both announce tables. Both announce tables just broke. Okay. But the big turning point of the match was Paul Heyman. He brought in a steel chair. He slid it to CM Punk. He was going to basically just align his allegiance with his best friend. But he did a 180 and did a low blow to CM Punk, giving the steel chair back to his tribal chief. We got chair shots to CM Punk, but then when it goes to Seth, we still get this evil look from Paul Heyman, and he does the low blow to the tribal chief, turn against his tribal chief, and join with Seth Rollins, or Seth Rollins join with Paul Heyman. Steel chair shots to Roman, curve stomp, 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins wins the main event at WrestleMania. And yeah, this was madness. I literally did not see that coming at all. I literally did not see it. I know everyone had their theories. They even throw maybe Brock Lesnar will appear and maybe Paul Heyman will join up with him. But yeah, it's just all that stuff going into this. Night one was nuts. It was nuts. It started out. It did start out a little slow. The crowd was a little bit dead in the beginning, but now later in the night they actually felt like they were alive and everything. It's just one of those things I do want to mention, but I will say I am sorry I took a little longer with some of these parts. I was talking about the entrances, the attires, and then the match itself. You guys get it, it's WrestleMania, so I want to talk about everything. But that's pretty much it. I'm going to get out of here now since we're already getting past 3 minutes and almost to 4 minutes. Remember to like, feel countable. What do you guys think of night one? Do you think it was nuts? What are you guys going to think what's going to happen with night two? Who? Do you still like my views and predictions for wrestling pay-per-views? Subscribe, tap the bell, more videos coming soon. I might be doing a Jey Uso figure review because he did win the World Championship last night, so I wanted to do that. But that's pretty much it. As I was team, going wire, right kicking out of here.